Hello, everybody. I am Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber, coming to you live, talking to you today about which water heater is most efficient. Now, when you go to buy a new water heater, you're going to ask yourself that question. What is the most efficient water heater I can get? First of all, you need to know how to define efficiency. Is it based on recovery or is it based on energy usage? What's it going to cost you? Some people, the most efficient water heater is the one that's going to make water the fastest, the quickest, so that when they're in the shower or there's somebody taking a shower, one right after the other, they want to know, is there going to be enough water there? Is it efficient enough that it's going to make enough hot water, keep enough hot water so that it'll go this way? So first, let's talk about recovery. If you're looking for the most efficient water heater for recovery-wise, it's going to be a tankless water heater. The reason being is a tankless water heater is a water heater on demand. So that whenever you open that faucet or open that valve, it starts making hot water right then, and it really doesn't quit until you shut that valve back off. So whether you're running 100 gallons through it or 1 gallon through it, that heat applied to that burner assembly it is really going to keep making hot water. So the recovery rate on it is huge. It recovers immediately because it really never stops. Next would probably be a gas water heater, because the gas water heaters tend to heat faster because of all this. I mean, you've got 40,000 BTUs of natural gas burning below it. It's like putting a cup of hot water, in the fire and watching how fast it heats up. The next one would be the electric. It's got dual elements. They normally kick on one at a time. So it's not quite going to heat as fast, but the recovery rate is still good. If you look at a gas water heater and a tankless water heater, you're looking at about a gallon a minute on recovery. So, 50-gallon tanks is pretty close to an hour, sometimes a little under. Now that they're more efficient, I think it is quite a bit under. But that is kind of the deal on tank. Now, if you're talking strictly energy and you're talking efficiency, number one's got to be solar. The reason being, the solar panels on the roof are harnessing energy that costs you no money whatsoever other than the equipment to do it. There's no energy there, meaning there's no electricity unless you have a circulating pump, which is a very minuscule investment. And because those circulating pumps just keep that hot liquid moving around. The other one would be the panels, the cost for the panels and the lines and whatever goes in them. Everybody thinks that a solar panel actually has the water itself running up through the roof. The solar tanks that we've installed here actually have a glycol type system that go through those panels, get hot, go around the tank, and keep heating that. So whether it's a passive or active system determines whether you've got a pump or not, but those are different ways to do it. So then for energy efficiency, after a tank type, you would go, or after the solar type, you would go to the tankless. Tankless, because even though it's 199,000 BTUs at its maximum output, that water heater heating up, it's a ton of gas all of a sudden. But say you take 1 10-minute shower a day, that 199,000 BTUs kicks on for 10 minutes. Then it stops until the next day when you call for it again. So that takes me to my least efficient out of these three, which would be the tank type. And remember, we're talking efficiency per energy, because then what you're going to run into is you're keeping that hot water hot all day long. Whether you're talking gas, electric, really doesn't matter. You're keeping that water hot by either kicking on the burner, letting it heat it up to the set temperature, and then shutting down until that temperature comes back down. Same thing on the elements. When that water cools down on that thermostat, it kicks that element on, burns electricity to heat that water back up to keep it at what desired level temperature that you've got it set at. So to go back on this, for efficiency, you're looking at tankless, gas, and then electric. For energy, you're talking solar, tankless, and tank. But now let's look at cost. Operational cost, solar is probably going to cost you less because it's trying to keep that water hot with the sun. Now, if you live in an area where you don't get much sunlight, anything like that, that may not be a good option for you. Then the next one after that for operational is going to be tankless because it only kicks on when you need it, and it's not keeping that water hot all day long. Then the last one for operational is going to be tank top. Tank top because what it does is it keeps that water hot all day long. Now, installation wise though, let's look at our different options. Tankless may be the most expensive because you may have to run a new gas line. You may have to run a new vent. You may have to relocate it. You may have to increase the gas service to your house. The smartest investment, if you're thinking on installing a tankless water heater, would be do a gas load calculation chart. Get a good plumber out there that understands how to do it. He's going to go through your house. He's going to measure and draw up your entire gas system. He's going to do a takeoff on your BTUs. He's going to add all this stuff up, get it all together. And then what he's going to do is he's going to decide, will your current gas system carry the addition of a tankless water heater, or are you going to need to put in a new gas relay, possibly put in a new larger meter, possibly leave it what it is on the relay, put in a larger meter, but then put regulators in through your house. There's always different options. Make sure your plumber's aware of that so that you know you're getting the right thing for you. It may not be the cheapest installation, but it may be the right thing in the long run. But there are things that the plumber can do if he knows what he's doing to make that initial installation even a little bit cheaper. Then the next one for installation cost was going to be solar. You've got panels that go up on the roof or that maybe go outside if you have a panel display area. So you're going to have to buy these panels. You're going to have to install these panels. Then you're going to have the water lines, normally copper, could be PEX, that run from the panels to the tank. So you've got your solar panel lines that hook up, and then you've got your water lines that hook up. Your water lines should hook up about like your original tank top water heater. Then the last one on cost-wise for your installation is going to be a tank top water heater. If that's currently what you have and that's what you're going back with, there's normally just a change out. But remember, you do still have to look at code upgrades. If you're looking at natural gas, you've got to check your flue, you've got to check your vent, your fresh air intake, your gas assembly. Does your gas assembly have a drip leg on it? There's a lot of things to look at there that have to be brought up to code. Also a drain pan. You know, what was required when you installed that water heater originally and what was required now may be two different things. The one thing is, guys, make sure you use a trained professional. When it comes to a water heater, it's a really big deal, especially if you're making a change from a tank to a tankless or a solar. It can be a great investment if it's done right. If you get just some handyman to come install your tankless water heater and he doesn't resize your gas line, chances are your water heater can kick on and starve everything else in your house. Now you're creating a dangerous situation. So, guys, I hope you like these channels. I hope that you're getting some good information from them. Please, if you are, click on the subscribe button over here. Look down here in the notes. Look at the different links we have to the website, to the blog, to different things. But, guys, also, please leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you have questions or if there's anything that we can answer for you. So hopefully we're doing good. Hopefully you like it. We ask that you subscribe, and we ask that you share it with your friends. My name's Roger Wakefield with Texas Green Plumbing, saving you money one drop at a time.